Hello, Caro. How are you doing? I hope you're having some good vacation in Colombia. I think you're in Colombia already. So, well, let me welcome you to today's class, okay? I think you remember a little bit of this. I was telling you about it last time. We have the main components of a sentence. Any sentence in English basically is going to have at least these three parts, right? So we can have this one that is the subject, that is the one that we're going to start the sentence with. That is what we call a noun, yes? The name of things or the name of people. Yeah, we can say Carolina, Miami, the spa, Sandra, my dog, any animal, thing, or person is going to be what we call a noun. Yeah, in this case, I also have pronouns that are he, she, it, we, they that we know. Yeah, we have this thing here in the middle that can vary. Yeah, this one is the verb be, what we know as is, am, are until this moment. And we have this red one. Do you remember what it is? This is the complement. Therefore, I can say, Carlos is a student. I am a worker. I am a teacher. I am from Colombia. Yes. Miami is beautiful, and etc. This one, again, remember, this is a very special one we want to remember today because it's the one that we're going to be working with in the past, okay? This is the verb be. We can also have this green one, this one over here, that is any other action. Let's say, for example, study. He studies French. He works at the airport. Yes, we have the verb that can be another verb. Going back to the main thing, el más importante de hoy que va a ser este y no todos los demás, esto es para cantar, correr, caminar, todos los otros verbos. Hoy vamos a trabajar en este, que es el verbo cero estar. And vamos a trabajarlo. Dirás, no, volvimos a empezar. No te preocupes. Este lo vamos a trabajar porque vamos a estar hablando justamente de cómo lo usamos en pasado. ¿Listo? So we have it here. I say, I am a teacher. Pero digamos que yo cambio de profesión. I'm not a teacher anymore. Decido dedicarme a la traducción, que se dice translator. Yo puedo decir, I was a teacher. Mira lo que acabo de hacer con esto. Le acabo de poner esto acá, que es el pasado del verbo be. En pasado va a ser I was. I was a teacher. ¿Listo? Vamos a ver un poco más de esto. Te voy a compartir mi pantalla. I'm going to share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about and how to use it in affirmative, negative, interrogative way, and also how to use it in a sentence. So this is what I was showing to you. He was a doctor, for example. He's not a doctor anymore. Ya cambió de profesión o ya se pensionó. We don't know. Okay. So this is the past simple of the verb be that we know as this piece of Lego. Okay. Here we have three examples. Please read them with me. I was a student for 2 months. I was a student, sorry, 2 months ago. I was a student 2 months ago. Good. Remember, was. Good. They were in Paris in 2015. They were in Paris in 2015. They were in Paris in 2015. Try to repeat. Okay. Remember, this one is were. They were. Peter was a policeman last year. Peter was a policeman last year. Can you say it? Very good. Now, an important thing before we continue, and I'm going to put it here in the corner, is that we have two forms for the verb be in past. Yes, we know that in present, and I'm going to put it before, be in present, we have these forms, am, is, are. Okay, in past, which ones do we have? We have was and were. And here is what we're going to learn about them today. We're going to group them depending on the conjugation. So you're going to say I, he, she, it was. Okay. And for the other group that we have here is going to be where we're going to use. What are the other subjects that we have there? We're going to say you, we, they, were. Okay, were. I, he, she, it, was, you, we, they, were. Okay, let's make sure we have this clear. Okay, take your time. Remember, this is an important picture for us. And let's continue. Here, we're going to start checking questions with yes or no. If you remember in the present tense, and I go back here, look at my camera, if I look at the present, if I want to ask the question, if I have, for example, the sentence, you are a student, and I want to ask the question, what do? I change the position. Are you a student? Yeah. Is she your mother? Is she your beautiful mother? Yes. Just like that, we use this order. The verb be, the subject, and the complement. In the past is exactly the same. I just use was and were and the rest of it. Were you in Manizales? Were you in Manizales? Yeah. Were you in New York? Were you married? Yeah. And etc. So let's pay attention to it here. We have this verb be, subject and complement. As you know, we changed the position, right? So was he a student 2 months ago? Were they in Paris in 2015? Was Peter a policeman last year? Yeah. So change the position and ask a question. Good. Excellent. So if we want to ask a question that is a little bit longer, you know, that we cannot answer with yes or no, we are going to add the WH, yeah? So we say, what was your job in Colombia? What was your job in Colombia? ¿Ya? Your job, en este caso si lo reemplazamos, digamos, por un pronombre sería it. What was it in Colombia? Pero queremos decir, what was your job in Colombia? En este caso ya no es una persona, sino estamos hablando de algo. Lo voy a representar con esto. What was your job in Colombia? ¿Ya? Who was your best friend at school? Who was your best friend, tu mejor amigo, at school? Yes? Who were your coworkers in Colombia? Who were your coworkers in Colombia? Let's have a look at the screen. Going back to what I'm sharing here, we have the white one that is WH. Then we have the verb be in past, depending on the noun. We're going to use was or were, yeah? What was your phone number last year? Acá, importante, este phone number nosotros lo vamos a poner como si fuera un it, ¿cierto? Porque es una cosa, es un algo que además es singular. Entonces, what was your phone number last year? So, What was your phone number last year? Last year es el complemento. Normalmente lo vamos a encontrar al final, ¿sí? Como lo veíamos acá antecitos, me voy a volver. Vamos a encontrarlo al final. Puede ser hace 2 meses, que eso es 2 months ago, in 2015, last year, so on and so forth. Now, we have who, same thing, who was with Peter, this is the noun, with Peter yesterday. With is con. Who was with Peter yesterday? Okay, what, where, and who we have there. How are you doing so far? So far, so good? Let's check. And here we go. Let's continue. Now, in the negative form, we are just going to add something very, very small. 1 second. Let me get my ship over here. So we have the negative form in there. Yes. In negative form, we have he was not a student last year. Notice that we are just adding the not, yes, on one side of the verb be. So I say he was not a student last year. I was not um, happy with my previous job. I was not at the airport yesterday. Okay. As in the present, and I want you to pay attention to this here, we also have a contraction, wasn't, and for were, we're going to have weren't. Let me write it here, wasn't and weren't. Okay, very important to remember that we want to use contractions as often as we can. Yeah, it's a common thing. He was not a student last year. They were not in Paris in 2015, or they weren't in Paris in 2015. Peter wasn't happy yesterday. Okay, so that's the negative form. And let's continue over here. I think I need to erase this one. So it doesn't interrupt. Now, when it comes to answers, we have long and complete answers, and we have short answers, okay? So for the short answer, if I say, for example, Caro, were you in Miami last week? You would say, yes, I was. And this is exactly what we have here. This is the shape for yes, I was. Yes, yes, I was. This is what we have there. Yeah. We can also say, yes, they were. Yes, we were. Yes, it was. Yes, she was, and etc. Okay. So this is the short answer. No, for no, we also have the same structure. No, I was not. No, I wasn't. Yeah. No, they weren't. No, we weren't. Yeah. If I ask, Caro, were you married in 2015? You say, no, I wasn't. Yes. Were you in United States in 2002? No, I wasn't. Okay. Now, to finish, we're going to have a look at a couple of things. So when do we use it? Yeah, when is it that we're going to use the verb in past? So we want to use it when the action or state happened in a specific moment in the past. Siempre sabemos en qué momento, ¿cierto? Hace 2 días, ayer, hoy en la mañana, que eso ya es pasado. Vamos a estar usándolo, ¿listo? Y recuerda que hoy estamos enfocadas por el momento en este de aquí. Was or were, ¿ok? All right, Caro, espero que esto te haya resultado útil. Te voy a estar enviando este documento para que lo revises. And so you can continue learning with the Lego structure, okay? See you in a bit.